Blacklist Hunter here, and today we're going to talk about Biscuit Krueger and explain why she is on that next level. First off, I want to start with a statement made by Killua before he and Gon went to Heaven's Arena. Killua said that the stronger a person is, the better they are at hiding their true power. Now, since the very beginning that Biscuit was introduced, nobody could tell that she was extremely strong. Even Killua, who is very perceptive, couldn't see through Bisky at all. Biscuit's youthful appearance could deceive at least 90% of people in my opinion, unless she meets someone like Xenozoldyck, because not only she has an innocent appearance, her acting and deceiving skills are top tier. A Nen transmuter, Biscuit herself has admitted that she has lied all her life, and she can very well tell when somebody is lying. The old lady Biscuit, or let's call her Biscuit for short, she could see through Hisoka in a flash, meaning that she is extremely perceptive and smart. Hisoka, on the other hand, could tell that she was the one who had made Gon and Killua progress so much. However, it's no big deal in my opinion that Hisoka could see through that Bisky was the teacher, because the dude only had two options in front of him, and the other one was Goreinu, and Goreinu was all shocked, so you could see it in his face. However, if we talk about who is more perceptive and smart, I think Bisky is a little bit smarter than Hisoka. While Hisoka is a genius at using Nen, we already know from Togashi himself that Bisky has reached the pinnacle of Nen. She is a ultimate Nen user. She is at an extreme high level of Nen mastery, a step above Hisoka in using Nen. Now we know that Bisky has made immense progress in her field as a rare stone hunter, and she has achieved the double star status. But what's more impressive about Bisky is that she was actually a master of the Shingen-Ryu Kung Fu style. That means a category below Netero, who was a grandmaster. Of course, we don't know how Bisky joined this school, but given that Netero was there, it should be a very famous dojo which only allows those who possess real strength and talent. We already know that Netero only respected the strong, and Bisky must have impressed even Netero himself. Considering how Bisky knew that Jing was a top 5 Nen user because Netero told her, it means that she was very close with the chairman, and not anybody can stay close with a legend like Netero. And oh, let's make it clear that Netero was just friends with Bisky and he had no ulterior motive. Bisky is so extremely capable at using Nen, she has developed multiple techniques in training for various principles of it. Gon and Killua were able to progress quite significantly due to Bisky's intense training regime. We have to realize that although Bisky acts all friendly and innocent, she doesn't spare anybody in a real fight. It's clear that Bisky goes for the kill without hesitation at all. One thing that really impressed me about Bisky, and it really shows what tremendous skills she has, is when Binold was stalking her, Gon and Killua, and in a flash, Bisky managed to notice the slightest bit of Binold's bloodlust, while Gon and Killua didn't even realize it at all. Bisky not only noticed Binold, she was able to deduce that Binold is an experienced fighter without looking at him, due to Binold releasing then suppressing his bloodlust, because Binold may have realized that they are kids with actual combat Nen abilities. What's more impressive is that Bisky slapped the hell out of Killua in a blitz without him realizing what happened, even though Killua was on alert the whole moment. So this impressed Killua a lot, because the dude was on guard and he still couldn't react to that slap, and it's no easy feat to impress Killua. Then Binold managed to slice some of Bisky's hair, and he realized due to his Nen ability that Bisky's body is like steel, and that Bisky has a whole life training and she has gone beyond her physical limits. Oh, and that Bisky is basically an old lady. So Bisky fought Binold and made the dude look like a mediocre fighter, even though Binold was a little bit skilled. We have to realize that Binold is actually a Blacklist hunter, so he must be strong, and Bisky even stated that she would have killed Binold if it was a Nen battle, no hesitation at all. So Bisky actually learned Nen when she was 17 years old, and now she is 57-58, so 40 years of training and immense battle experience have made Bisky a foe that would make even Xenozoldyck struggle against her. I believe that Bisky should have a combat-oriented ability, even though she hasn't displayed one. Unlikely that a master of a kung fu technique such as the Shingen-Ryu hasn't developed something that she can fight with close combat, so I don't think that Bisky has only developed healing Nen abilities. Bisky is so sharp that just by looking at Gon and Killua, she can tell that they have rare talent. Even though Gon and Killua were almost relative at this point in terms of power, she points out Gon as the one with more resolve and and bottomless potential, describing Gon as a diamond while Killua as a sapphire. Not only Bisky herself has reached the highest point in transmutation, she is highly proficient at other Nen categories, and we see this in the training methods she put Gon and Killua through, which implies that she is quite capable at other affinities. We can see this when Bisky performed the floating hand, where she used aura to push herself up in the air, and it's just like Zeno did that attack against Krolos. So this shows that even though Bisky is a transmuter, she is quite capable at performing a emission attack. Due to Bisky's training, Gon and Killua were digging through entire rocks. They managed to use a shovel as an extension of their body and enveloping it with aura, thus discovering Shu. Bisky also trained Gon and Killua in Gyo, making them use it more quickly and easier. A nonchalant and slow attack using Ko against Gon, Bisky was able to push Gon several meters away, making him even bleed. Also, Gon and Killua were able to progress quite significantly even in such an advanced technique like Ryu by sparring in slow motion, and due to training at this Nen advanced technique for 2 months, they were finally ready to fight a real battle by combining all what Bisky taught them in various training methods. We have to remember that Hisoka praised Gon and Killua for their new strength and emphasized that they must have found a great teacher. Bisky has also trained Wing. We mustn't forget our boy Wing, as I personally hold the opinion that Wing is quite strong even though his strong point is only teaching, and Wing's stats are quite high in the data books. But Bisky not only is a awesome teacher, she is incredibly strong as well. So we only saw a glimpse of Bisky's strength when she fought Bara. Even without transforming, she was able to inflict good damage to Bara with rapid and intense punches and kicks, which shows that not only Bisky has strength, she is also quite fast. And we know she is not only fast but has extreme endurance as well. She was able to run for hours when following Gon and Killua without breaking a sweat. So when Bara managed to get a punch in, Bisky stated that she always lets people get one punch in because she can't contain herself when she transforms, cause she ultimately ends up killing her opponent. With one powerful punch by Bisky, Bara's face was smashed and he ultimately passed out. And Bara also asked Bisky why she hides her true power, and we get the two reasons that are that Bisky hates her true appearance and she doesn't like to show her true hand. We have to realize that during the dodgeball game with Razor, Biscuit was the only one to escape uninjured, because when Razor threw a shot in order to take out both Bisky and Hisoka, Bisky managed to dodge, proving what immense reflexes she has, and it takes quite some skill to avoid an attack like that. When Bisky transforms into her true form, her Nen quantity doesn't increase like adult Gon, but her physical strength increases by a tremendous amount. We have seen only two types of Bisky's Hatsu. She is able to summon a Nen masseuse, which by using aura massage techniques, it removes all signs of fatigue, so it basically makes you recover after a whole day of hard training, and it helps against aging as well. While Bisky trained Gon and Killua in Ren during the Chimera Ant hunt, Bisky also used a type of massage that can make 30 minutes of sleep equal to 8 hours, and that's pretty cool. Bisky is on another level because not only she has reached the max level in Nen mastery, she is fast, strong, and her immense life and battle experience make her one of the strongest characters in the whole Hunter x Hunter verse. She is not only extremely cunning, smart, Bisky should have definitely fought many intense and strong people in her days in the dojo. We haven't seen her true power, but considering how she made Bar and Binold look like amateurs, it's clear that Bisky is way stronger and is hiding her true strength and ability. We also finally see Bisky in the Succession War arc, and guys, I have many new videos planned for the Succession War arc covering all chapters of the manga, but if you guys enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Check out my other Hunter x Hunter related content. I do various matchups, explained, and many kinds of Hunter x Hunter content. Let's reach 1000 subs and I'll see you in the next Hunter x Hunter video.